body from Ilia. Jab upstairs. The jabs. Oh! He slept on him out cold! He slept him out cold in round 1! He slept Oliveira in round 1! With an
octagon. Oh. Jab for Ilia.
He just starched him! Charles Oliveira is completely out! He doesn't know where he is! Ilia Topuria in the first round! KO! This
I finish you. I finish you, little man.
Get the ass from here.
I finish you.
Arman Sarukian weighing in as the backup. Is he getting back in the good graces with you and the...
Well, it's not about getting back in the good graces. It's about, the guy had the opportunity to fight for a title and didn't make weight. It's just, you couldn't fuck up anything worse than that. But he proved, now that he's not fighting for the title and he was here as a backup fighter, he made weight. So it's definitely a step in the right direction.
Go trajectory we have in our hands, ladies and gentlemen.
You said something to me. I want you to say it. I want to ruin it. Ilia has done what now?
He just is legend after legend. The greatest 3-fight run in MMA history. I guarantee you, if you're an MMA fan, he's slept your favorite fighter.
Ilia's just said in the cage there, he's going to submit me. He won't do that. He said it because he knows he can't knock me out. I will put that little bitch in his place. Get it?
Before we dive into UFC 317 fighters' reactions, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on the latest updates and news. Now, let's get into it. With the fight between Ilia Topuria and Charles Oliveira now behind us and the result turning heads everywhere, fighters and analysts have already weighed in with their predictions and takes on this clash.
Jab to the body, jab up top. Oh, that's it. Inside of 3 minutes, bitches. Inside of 3 minutes. Inside of 3 fucking minutes. He fucking called it. He fucking called it. Inside of 3 fucking minutes. Keep doubting this fucking guy now.
Good shot to the body. I think Ilia's going to finish him. Oh! He slumps him! He slumps him! Oh my god! He's dead! Put him out cold! Ilia wins! New lightweight champion! Oh my god! Slumped him out cold! Nasty combination! Oh my god! Charles looks like return the slab!
Topuria goes to the body with the left. Oh, nasty right. Charles is down. He's out. He's cold. He's dead. He's flatlined. He's flatlined. He's flatlined. He is knocked out. Remember Gregory Rodriguez's knockout? Well, Ilia Topuria just sent Charles Oliveira to another planet. Charles Oliveira is sleeping.
Jab to the body, stiff jab up high. Oh, right and left, and it's over! Topuria with the first round knockout and new champion! Woo! I called it, son. Lock City parlay hits, the 2-legger. They told me, no, Van's not good. Don't throw in Topuria. Yeah. Look at me.
Shit. That's it. It's alive.
Oh!
He just killed him. He just killed him. Ladies and gentlemen, Ilia Topuria just puts out Charles Oliveira. Hey, we were correct on the prediction. What does that mean for us, for the shots?
Ahead of the matchup, Ilia Topuria shared his thoughts on Oliveira's style and talked about the plan he had in place to shut it down. He stressed how staying calm and picking his moments would be the key to defusing Oliveira's offense. He sounded completely sure that his game plan would keep him in control and stop Oliveira from taking charge.
¿Crees que él también va a mantenerse a ese estilo que hace de ser tan agresivo?
No va a poder. No va a poder. Que él puede tener una estrategia, pero después, una vez la campana suena, el combate empieza, no va a encontrar la manera de avanzar hacia adelante. Que eso es lo que sucede conmigo. Que avanzar hacia adelante, ¿con quién estás acostumbrado a hacer eso? Ese no soy yo. Lo vas a ver intentar ir hacia adelante, obviamente. No encontrará la manera de hacerlo, retrocederá, recibirá un par de golpes en la cara, intentará algún derribo y ya muy pronto verás la finalización.
Meanwhile, Charles Oliveira acknowledged Topuria's striking power, giving it the respect it deserved, but stayed true to his composed nature as a veteran who's handled the division's most dangerous hitters. Oliveira made it clear he wasn't going to be overlooked and delivered a cold, precise warning to Topuria.
You say that you're coming forward in this fight and you're the lion and you're going to bring the fight to him. He actually predicted that's exactly what you would do. Is there any part of you that thinks maybe I shouldn't play into what he expects, or does part of you think it'll be fun to prove that he can expect exactly what I'm going to do and I still manage to beat him at it anyway?
In reality, everyone knows what's going to happen. Is another dude that's talking that's going to fold in front of me.
Islam Makhachev also added his thoughts, sharing a calm, focused perspective on how he saw the fight playing out.
Ilia Topuria has said a lot about you. He's been very respectful now this week. Like he said, he doesn't think you ducked him and he respects you for chasing your goals at welterweight. Who do you think is going to win on Saturday at UFC 317 between Ilia and Charles Oliveira?
It depends, man. Who can follow his game plan, you know? If Charles can take him down, he can finish him easy in the ground. Or if Topuria catch him, he's gonna sleep, you know? And two options. Who is gonna make the game plan working?
There's never been a two-time lightweight champion. Charles will be the first if he wins. That would be a big accomplishment.
Well, I don't know about it. But he have chance. He have big chance, you know?
Yeah.
And he always fight good against the striking, you know, striking. But if Charles have small chance, if you give him small chance, he's gonna.
Alexander Volkanovski weighed in too, offering confident thoughts on both fighters' prep and skills. He hinted at his prediction, but kept it under wraps, leaving everyone guessing.
But I am leaning towards Ilia Topuria. I think if Charles comes aggressive like that, Ilia's going to land some of them big bombs. I know a lot of people are like, oh, it's a lightweight division, his power won't be there. Trust me, the power's still there. I don't think that he's going to play into it too much. So I'm going to go with Ilia as a new lightweight champ. It's going to be exciting, however long it lasts. So let's see how it all goes down.
Volkanovski then broke down what he thought Oliveira's strategy might look like, pointing out Oliveira's sharp fight IQ and ability to adjust.
But when I want to break this down more, again, we like to, when we talk about fights, we go off what we've seen lately or what we've seen, right? We never really take into consideration what someone's game plan is going to be. Someone can change what they've done in their last 5 fights purely because it's not going to work well against this opponent. Could we see that? Charles Oliveira, does he know that, man, Ilia's powerful, his only chance is knocking me out, I'm not going to give it to him. I might press and look for that takedown.
He also noted how unpredictable Oliveira can be, admitting it's tough to know exactly what he'll do once the cage door closes. That element of surprise, he said, makes Oliveira so tricky to prepare for.
Does he approach it that way? Doesn't even, because a lot of times with Charles, even though he backs his grappling, he will always strike first, then grapple, if that makes sense. So he put himself in danger and be aggressive on the feet and then grab a hold. Will he not do any of that and just shoot, be more defensive till he shoots for the takedown? We will see. So that's going to be, could that be a part of his game plan? I don't know.
Dustin Poirier gave his take too, saying he felt Topuria could extend his winning run by mixing his knockout power with smart defense in tight exchanges against an opponent like Oliveira.
Where would you think if he goes from knocking out Volk to knocking out Max, and if he knocks out Charles, is this one of like the greatest 3-fight winning streaks we've ever seen?
For sure. I mean, these are legends we're talking about, you know? Yeah. Stopping a guy who's never been stopped in Max, beating Volk, who has long time top of the game, like Charles, another former champ who's putting on great performances. Like, man, what can I say about this guy? I'll say it again. If he does it, he's everything he said he is, man. He's a dangerous dude.
Javier Mendez, Islam Makhachev's longtime coach, shared his veteran insights as well. Having trained some of the sport's biggest names, Mendez's words carried a lot of weight.
So he has a chance. And on the ground, he has a chance also. So you can't.
He has a chance, but do you see him winning? Moving on to this weekend's special event, Topuria and Charles Oliveira. I heard you in an interview on Submission Radio saying that you love Charles Oliveira and you want to see him win. But do you actually see him winning this fight?
I can see him winning. Yes, absolutely. You know, especially up the middle where he can use his height and his knees and his range. You know, if you watch one of Topuria's earlier fights where he's dipping a lot, I can see Charles Oliveira's catching him with the knee right up the middle.
With so many high-stakes bouts under his belt, Mendes looked at this fight through an experienced lens. His confidence in how things might unfold brought even more intrigue to an already fascinating matchup.
You know, and I can see the front kick going up the middle because he has a traditional boxing stance, you know, the way he comes in. And one good way to beat a good boxer is Muay Thai. You know, good Muay Thai stance can get a good boxer if you have good Muay Thai. And Charles's Muay Thai is not great, but it's good. So he has a chance. And on the ground, he has a chance also. So you can't.
He has a chance, but do you see him winning? Like, would you pick him?
No.
Okay.
No.
That's a whole different story.
I want him to win, but I give the edge to Poirier.
Benail Dariush threw his prediction in too, drawing from his own time in the lightweight mix. He made it clear which way he was leaning and explained why, focusing on each fighter's skill set and style.
I think Charles, I would say one of the biggest keys would be checking the leg kick. I think Ilia did a lot of damage in his last two fights with that leg kick. If he does that, I think the fight becomes really competitive because striking-wise, Charles is quite dangerous with the knees and the kicks and, you know, the tie clinch and all that. So I think if he checks the kick, the fight becomes very dangerous. I think if it goes to the ground, the fight's very dangerous. So I think it's going to be a lot more competitive than people think.
Michael Bisping also spoke up with a detailed look at both fighters' strengths and areas to watch out for. He underlined how crucial timing and composure would be, and how it all might come down to who sticks to their plan better on fight night.
The man's a class act. He's an absolute superstar, and he will go on to become a two-weight division champion. That is correct, my friends. He gets the job done this weekend. I think he's absolutely nailed it. I think Charles Oliveira goes forward and he gets caught with something big. Ilia going up to 155 is going to increase the muscle mass. It's going to increase the recovery. It's going to increase the amount of carbs that he can take on through a training camp. He's going to recover better. He's going to be a better athlete. And Oliveira used to be 145 as well, like we talked about. So it's not like he's going to have a massive size advantage. Ilia Topuria is going to be somewhere like 175 pounds, maybe even as high as 179 pounds is what he said this week. So Ilia Topuria's got the punching power anyway. I think he's going to be the better athlete. I think he can stop the takedown. And I believe, and you know, and we've all seen it, it only takes one. That's the kind of power he has. Can he drop Charles Oliveira like that? Knock him out cold? That remains to be seen. But my pick is Ilia Topuria will be the lightweight champion of the world.
Renato Moicano added his view, backing one fighter with confidence and laying out his reasons clearly. His pick showed just how well he knows what both men bring to the table.
I wish this guy could speak English so you guys can see the emotion, the connection that he has with the fans, especially being from a very poor background. You know, the way he communicates himself in Portuguese is amazing. I am a fan, but Topuria beat two of legends on his previous fight, you know.
Bilal Muhammad gave his perspective too, recognizing the elite level both Oliveira and Topuria operate at inside the cage.
Is Topuria ready for 155? Is his power going to translate? Keys to victory for Charles Oliveira. You got to make it dirty. You got to get close on him. I think you have to initiate the clinch, initiate grappling exchanges, especially early. Don't try to sit there and box with him. Don't strike with him. I know you have a high guard, but you get caught a lot with looping punches on the outside. You don't want to get caught with a looping punch by Topuria. I would say go high body lock. Let's test his strength. Let's see if he's strong enough for 155. Even if you have to pull guard, we haven't really seen Topuria's ground game that well, right? They say he has great grappling, but that's your world. You can wear on him, pull on him. Let's see if he added a little bit too much muscle. That's going to mess up his cardio.
He also explained what each fighter would need to get the W when it mattered most.
Topuria is a rhythm fighter, beautiful boxing, beautiful footwork. When you're initiating these grappling exchanges, when you're making him think about the takedown, he's not going to be able to set up his power punch. Topuria, exact opposite. Oliveira keeps his chin a little bit too high. I know he has the high guard. Set up your looping punches by going straight to the body, by going low kick. Chop him down a little bit. He stands straight upright. If you do knock him down with a punch, go for the kill. We've seen guys like Michael Chandler and we've seen guys like Justin Gaethje drop him and didn't want to really initiate the grappling exchanges with him. We've seen you go against guys like Ryan Hall. We've seen you against Bryce Mitchell on the ground. You got great ground game, great ground defense. So if you do drop Charles, don't let him off the hook, because when Charles gets back up, he always finds a way. When you're breaking up the clinches, keep your hands back up, proper defense. Don't overextend on your punches, because Charles will catch you, and if he does catch you, he does have great power. So be very smart and disciplined with your defense, submission-wise and striking-wise. My pick is going to be Topuria. I think he's so good with his hands. He's so good at setting up punches, setting up traps, that he's going to eventually catch Charles.
Topuria didn't hold back either. He pointed out Oliveira's past losses and said he was sure another one was coming. He zeroed in on Oliveira's tendency to crumble under pressure, calling it a clear opening he intended to take full advantage of.
But you are not talking about his losses.
That's fair. He has many losses. What weaknesses do you see in them?
10 losses. He lost in every ways. From knockout, submission, decision. One more against me, it's not going to be a problem for him. He's going to take it and bounce back.
He spoke with real confidence about his own abilities, brushing off the outside noise and criticism. Topuria said he trusted himself completely and didn't care what others thought. He was locked in on making a statement with a decisive finish.
I don't care, but he didn't face never someone like me. I'm telling you, it's not like, maybe I sound a little bit cocky, that the people thinks that I'm overconfident, but I know how good I am, you know, and I don't care what the people says. I know that I'm better than him everywhere. Like, if the fight takes the place in the ground, I could submit him. In the striking, of course, you all know what's going to happen. So I felt very comfortable.
He also talked about Oliveira's expected aggression, saying he was ready for the heat right from the start. But he seemed unfazed, insisting Oliveira's pressure wouldn't work because he'd be too sharp and too prepared to let anything land clean.
He's going to try maybe to be on my face, but he's not going to be able to do that. Like, first seconds of the fight, he's gonna feel something that he never felt in his entire life. He's gonna feel something completely different. The power, the speed, the skills. He's gonna feel like he's not gonna see me coming. He's not gonna see me. He's not gonna be able to do what he thinks that he's gonna do. He's gonna have to adapt to my game and go to sleep for a little.
Tom Aspinall shared his excitement for the bout too, praising both fighters and talking about how electric the matchup promised to be.
I think something that I like about Charles, let's have a little look at him, is he isn't afraid to exchange with the punches, with anybody. We've seen him get punched off guys like Chandler. We've seen him get guys off guys like Gaethje and all the rest of the short, stocky, powerful punchers. So Topuria, his style isn't dissimilar to other guys he's fought before. But what he likes to get involved, get him dragged into a bit of a punching match, and then he'll tie him up. And then he'll go for flying triangles. He's not scared to be on his back either. He doesn't mind getting taken down where he's on his back, and he'll be throwing up. He'll be doing all this kind of stuff. He'll be throwing up triangles. He'll be going sweeps, lifting him up. He'll be doing all different kind of attacks off his back as well, and that is something that is difficult to prepare for.
Joe Rogan added his voice, talking about Topuria's impressive run at featherweight, his big knockouts, the move up to lightweight, and how complete his game has become, all while highlighting how quickly new talent is shaking up the scene.
Ilia Topuria, who's fighting Charles Oliveira at the end of the month, like, that guy is insane. That guy's knocked out two of the greatest featherweights of all time, Volkanovski and Max Holloway. Nobody could knock those guys out in featherweight before, and he did it. And he did it, and he made it look easy. You know, he made it look like they're like he's just on another level from everybody. You know, and then now he's moving up to 155 pounds. He's like decided he cleared out that division. He's moving up. Like, he's
insane. Yeah,
insane. There's guys like that are just their level is above everybody else's level. And with Ilia, it's everything. It's his submissions, his kicks, his punches, everything. He can do anything. I mean, he does everything perfect. All his technique is perfect. And he's fucking driven and ultra confident. You know, this is an amazing time for the sport, man. It's a crazy time because these guys that are coming in with like one fight in the UFC, they look like world-class contenders, like right away.
Jack Hermanson spoke about how pumped he was for the fight too. He said he respected everything Oliveira had achieved, but felt Topuria looked unstoppable given his form and momentum.
Can't wait for that one. You know, I'm a super big fan of Charles, but Ilia has kind of he's just looks unbeatable at the moment. So I think I will give it to him.
Modestas Bukauskas weighed in as well, talking about Oliveira's stand-up and ground game, Topuria's explosive power, wrestling, and how he saw it ending with a Topuria win.
I've got to say, Ilia Topuria, just because although Oliveira's jiu-jitsu is very good and he's got very crisp striking himself, I don't know, Ilia Topuria, he's like a little pocket rocket, isn't he? Do you know what I mean? When it comes in close and land those big shots, obviously he's you know, a bit of a size difference in terms of height and stuff like this, but he's also got great jiu-jitsu as well and good wrestling. So yeah, in my opinion, I think Topuria would take that.
Finally, Anthony Smith talked about the defensive holes in Oliveira's style, especially how he tends to get dragged into brawls, and how Topuria's crisp boxing and discipline could give him the edge if Oliveira can't stay safe or dictate the fight.
I typically look at, when you get two guys like these two that are very, very good, then you start looking at their defensive responsibilities and who has the larger deficiency. That's 100% Charles Oliveira. He's so hittable. Yeah. He loves to fight into wars. Ilia Topuria does not engage. He's super crisp, very, very clean boxer, but goes to the body well, leg kicks really well, so strategic and so well thought out, and has an incredibly high fight IQ. I just don't know how Charles Oliveira stays safe in any kind of striking range, fighting the way that he fights with Ilia Topuria. I just think that he's going to get hit hard. He's going to get hurt. And I don't know that he can take down Ilia Topuria. And if he did, I don't know that he would out-grapple him.
And that wraps it up for this one. So many fighters, so many takes. But one thing's for sure, this matchup had everyone talking. If you enjoyed the breakdown, make sure to hit like, leave your pick down in the comments, and subscribe for more fight talk every week. Catch you next time.